Hey, I'm Brian, co-founder and CEO of LeadTruffle, and in just a few minutes here, I'm going to take you through LeadTruffle's AI speed to lead platform for home services businesses. Going to start here with website texting, then talk a bit about our lead aggregators, Yelp, Thumbtack, LSA, Angie's Home Advisor. There's a bunch, and then finally end with AI voice and how we can help with picking up all of your calls, or maybe just after hours or overflow. Before I do that, I like to show this graph just because it really puts LeadTruffle into one picture. Essentially, what we do is we sit as a layer across all of the lead sources that you care most about, starting with the phone, obviously most important, then down to your website, then the lead aggregators, then if we're running ads, organic social, any out-of-home marketing. Really, the worst thing you can do is be investing money into these marketing channels. Finally, one of these channels works and you get a lead who needs your service, and then we don't reply fast enough. We don't reply at all. And then they go pick another business to work with. We want to make sure that anytime a lead gets to your doorstep, we're responding to them, not in minutes, not in hours, but in seconds, and qualifying that lead and getting them booked on the calendar. The three core channels we use to do that are AI voice, AI email, and AI SMS. And then, of course, everything logged into your CRM, whether that's one of the big three like Service Titan, Jobber, House Call Pro, or maybe a more niche industry specific CRM. So with that, let's dive into how the product works. So really what we started with was this kind of website texting widget, which you can see here in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. What this does is say, hey, you don't need to click through 5 different screens or fill out 20 fields on a form to get my services. All you need to do, homeowner, is put in your name and phone number, 1, 2, 3 clicks, and then immediately we're going to text you. Okay. And the reason I show this is this is kind of informative to how the rest of LeadTruffle works. We really want to make everything very low friction, meet the customers where they are, whether that's a phone call or text. And so once the consumer or homeowner fills out this widget, we're immediately going to text their phone, and you can see example of what this looks like here. Hey, Brian, thanks for reaching out to Proven Plumbing. How can we help you today? And again, we didn't wait 20 minutes or an hour. That was seconds later. We're texting them while it's fresh on their mind. And kind of moving them through the funnel. And just to reply here, so you can see a little bit of an example, my sink is leaking, and now I could go back and forth with this AI. The AI will ask me questions around what Proving Plumbing needs to know, and then eventually get me booked in. Got it. A leaking sink is no fun. And so this is fully customizable to your business. This is just one of our longtime customers here, Proven Plumbing, but every account is totally customized with your product, services, etc., so that the AI is really representing your business. So that's website texting in a nutshell. I could dive a lot deeper there, but I want to keep this high level for you. Every conversation taking place in LeadTruffle is going to be housed here in our app, the same way you log into your CRM. You go to app.jobber.com or whatever it may be. We have our app here. Really, the core place most of our users spend most of their time is on the unified inbox here, which is whether the lead's coming from the website or a phone call or a Yelp lead, whatever it may be. It will all be here in one easy to read place. What we're looking at here is a filtered view showing me just my Yelp lead, so I can talk a little bit about how Yelp works, as well as our other lead aggregator integrations. But you could, of course, unfilter this or switch to a different lead source at any time, or look at all of your lead sources if you wanted. So let's talk a little bit about Yelp. It's a good example of how we work with the third-party lead aggregators. We have an integration with Yelp whereby every time you get a new lead or request a quote, we're going to intake the details of that lead and then immediately fire a message back to them inside of Yelp. Now, we do have the ability to reach out to them over email and SMS if you're on the right plan. But as a baseline, we're going to do in-app messaging for Yelp directly inside of the Yelp platform. Same thing is true for Google LSA. Same thing is true for Thumbtack. And we're adding Angie's List and a couple others as we go. So just looking at this conversation, we got to request a quote. Could you help me with this project? This person needs a 2-story home, gutter cleaning. And so you can see right away the AI fires back in seconds, again, not minutes or hours. Thanks for reaching out. We can help with that. Moving the person through the funnel, asking the questions they need. And the reason I show this example is this is a good example of how the AI can work in coordination with you and your team, right? We don't necessarily want to wholesale replace humans. That's not what we're here to do. It's more to augment you and your employees so you guys can be more efficient. So in this case, this conversation ended with the AI saying, "You're welcome. We noted everything from your request." And then if we click into Yelp, we can actually go directly to this conversation and see all of LeadTruffle's messages directly in the Yelp platform, and also see that a human followed up in Yelp and said, "Hey, Stephanie, you're booked on the calendar. We'll be coming out for your estimate." And so this is a really good example of where Yelp did a lot of the heavy lifting. Sorry, LeadTruffle did a lot of the heavy lifting in Yelp, got that lead to the 5-yard line, and then the human was able to finalize the booking. If you want to set it up, we can have the AI do some of the booking as well with booking links and different options there. So again, this is just one example with Yelp. If you want to filter out to Google LSA, we can see what those messages look like. There's going to be a nice back and forth directly inside of the Google LSA platform. And we're going to be doing that through a kind of creative email integration we have there. Same thing with Thumbtack, or you can pull back out to the holistic view and see the entirety of the activity for your LeadTruffle account. And on the left side, see that, okay, we have a Yelp lead, then a couple LSA leads, and then a phone call, so on and so forth. The other nice part about the lead aggregators is that, like I said, we're going to log all of those messages directly in the platform. So if you look at LSA here, let me zoom in, you can actually see the full conversation that was happening between LeadTruffle and the client, all logged directly in LSA as well. Same thing with Thumbtack, but for your team, instead of them needing to jump into Yelp, answer a couple messages, back out into LSA, answer a couple messages, you can do it all from one unified spot here. Okay. One other thing I'll show you here in the UI is to not go too deep, just to give you kind of an overview, is the leads board. This is really helpful for managing your requests. So a very popular feature here is the leads workflow, where you can take your leads and drag them into different stages. Okay. This way, who's at what stage, and your team can easily work and come in the morning and say, okay, we got a couple folks here who were quoted, but we never got them on the calendar. Hey, maybe I can give them a call or ping them on the individual platform to see if we can get them booked in. All right. Last but not least, let's talk about the phone. The phone is, of course, very important for, every home services business. So what I'm going to do now is just give the AI a call so you can hear a little bit about how our AI voice works.
Hi, this is Kylie. I'm an AI assistant answering for Proven Plumbing. Our team is busy right now, but I can get you a quote and get you scheduled for service. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I have a leaky sink here and I'm not really sure what to do.
Thanks for letting me know about the leaky sink. When would you like someone to come out and take a look at it?
As soon as possible.
Got it. You'd like the earliest available appointment. Can you please provide the address where the service is needed?
Yeah, 123 Main Street, East Hampton, New York, 17820.
Thank you for providing your address at 123 Main Street, East Hampton, New York, 17820. I'll book you for the earliest available appointment to fix your leaky sink. Can I get your first and last name, please?
Yeah, it's Brian Shankman, and can you have someone come out tomorrow around 10 a.m.? Is that available?
Thank you, Brian. Yes, I can book you for tomorrow at 10 a.m. for your leaky sink. Is there a best phone number for the plumber?
So you get the idea. I won't go through the whole call, but basically our AI voice agent, fully customizable. I can show you what that looks like here in the app. We basically have a prompt that we help you write. We have call transfer settings so that if a person says talk to a human or needs to talk to you, the business owner, it can transfer you on. And then we also have post-call SMS follow-ups that can be interacted with back and forth with the AI. And then from a booking perspective, there's a couple ways to tackle it, but we do have our own scheduling integration that can typically connect to your CRM, depending on which CRM you have, or your Google Calendar. So with that, thank you for watching. Kind of speed run through LeadTruffle. If you want to learn more about what we do here, feel free to book a demo, shoot me an email, Brian, BRYAN, at LeadTruffle.com. Would love to help you grow your home services businesses with AI speed to lead. Thanks so much.